A U.S. visa that allows employers to temporarily hire highly skilled foreign workers has undergone some recent changes. It's called the H1B visa and could have negative impacts on foreign workers and employers planning to hire from abroad. Well, joining us to break down this is Susham Modi, immigration attorney at the Modi law firm in Houston, Texas. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so the H1B visa, maybe you can just kind of lay the groundwork for us. What is it exactly? How does it work? And then we'll get into what's being changed.
Sure. The H-1B visa is for advanced skill workers. So think engineers, doctors, IT professionals. And it's employers that have to do the petitioning for the employee. And for the H-1B visa, just to take a quick step back, it's very limited. Often you see the cream of the crop come to the US because there's only 65,000 allowed per year as a cap, with an additional 20,000 if you have a master's degree.
Oh, interesting. Okay, how did this visa work in the past? So you say that kind of the onus is on the employer. So they basically secure this visa. At what cost previously?
Yeah, there's normally, think of it as like a three-step process. The first is the lottery in slang, but it's actually a registration because of that cap, that limited number. And then if a person goes through that, the company has to petition and then have that H-1B approved. And then the last step is the consular process through like a US embassy abroad.
I see. Quite the process, actually. It doesn't sound like it can happen overnight. Typically, how long do these take to clear?
They take a long time. Often you want to apply around 8 months, 8 to 12 months before the person actually starts working for the company, if it all
Wow.
gets approved.
Wow, my goodness. Did they ever come with a fee previously?
Yes, there's several fees, and it depends actually on the size of the employer. But if we just take rough estimates, I mean, the application fees were probably anywhere between 4,000 to 10,000, if it's a large employer, to 10,000, not including attorney's fees.
Okay.
Now, I mean, this huge increase is $100,000
Wow.
per applicant. So think if a company has 10 H-1Bs, that's $1 million on the bottom. So quite a drastic potential change here.
Does that go for both small and large corporations, businesses? So it's the
That's
same fee
exactly
for
correct.
everybody?
That's exactly correct. It's per person. Now, that's if the Trump administration has tried to implement it, but I think there are going to be federal lawsuits because it's such a drastic fee increase. There may be lawsuits against whether it's against congressional intent and then even the fee mechanism that Congress itself has created.
I mean, even highly skilled workers working for a company, $100,000 is pretty steep, isn't it?
It's very steep. And because you got to think the bottom line of the actual company itself. So I don't think, I mean, one, if it does get implemented, I don't think a lot of employers are going to pay this fee. But number two, I think because the fee is so huge and it's trying to circumvent the H-1B process, which only Congress creates laws. It's the executive branch that's supposed to execute the laws that Congress creates,
Why is he
including.
doing this? What's the thought behind it?
Yeah, I think the thought is, and President Trump has made it pretty clear, he wants American workers to come first, to not have as many foreign employees, foreign workers. That's the thought. Now, the execution, is quite different. So one, of course, only Congress creates laws, but number two, this is a really, really small amount of individuals. I mean, we're talking about the cream of the crop in the United States coming here, only 65,000 plus an additional 20,000. Then if you even take the H-1B renewals that are here, there are rough estimates of maybe that's a total of H-1Bs of 400 or 500,000 of a workforce of what? Of 200 million. So less than 2.5% of the US working population. So I don't think this is going to have a drastic change in terms of like more US workers, but it is going to have a drastic change on how companies hire some of the best and how we keep innovating in entrepreneurial sections like IT, AI, engineers, doctors, and especially rural doctors as well.
Right, right, right. So retaining, attracting new talent, going to be a bit of a challenge. So does this look like it's going to go in effect, or are they still discussing it? How close are we for this to actually be implemented in real time?
So this is in effect until there's a lawsuit against it, and if a federal judge puts it on hold.
Yeah.
And I
Has
think
that
you're going to see
happened?
several. Not yet, but I think there's a lot of discussion of lawsuits being filed. And then, of course, it's going to take time for a federal judge to issue any opinion on it. But I think you're going to see several lawsuits on a couple of different grounds.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for unpacking all of that. We'll definitely keep our eye on this and see how things may or may not change. Susham Modi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
We're back after this.